Do you want another mirror?
Yeah, please. Papers of shed. Sure. Started there.
6th to the 9th of February, I have the next trials.
What's your plan?
I told you then, yes, but I was free. I mean, not was just going. Oh,
Hello everyone, we're live with the second half of the first weekend of the Camrose 2026 final match, England versus Ireland. The organisers have scripted it well for our entertainment, and I'm not certain which match we're watching yet. But we've still got plenty of spectators, and it's good to see. 68 people in the lobby waiting where to go. There should be a way I can edit this to get rid of the noise from the beginning of it. Don't know how to do that. Host. Any questions? Yeah. Part 2 of Ireland, England 2026 Camrose. Weekend 1. Dublin. I think they're just still setting up the room. If anyone is watching, just go on mute for a while. Okay, welcome to the second half of the Ireland-England match. We're just one board in, and currently we have a score with Ireland leading the Camrose by 1 VP from England. Let's check that's still the case. Ireland is 73.82 and England is 72.81, with Wales third place 56.98. And we are watching John Carroll and Mark Moran playing against Francis Hindon and Graham Osborne at the moment, but we may switch rooms depending on the broadcast. So for now, it's been a heart opener by East and some sort of support bid by West. 12 people watching already. That's very good. You're all very welcome. So Heart, I would not bid Tuna Trump with the South Hand. You've got clubs are too poor. You've got some defensive cards in the Ace of Spades and King Queen of Diamonds, and you vote against none. And you're avoiding part to save in 5 clubs. I know it may make probably only one off, but 4 hearts is nowhere near it. Nowhere near make it. I suppose if they lead heart, you'll make 5 clubs, quite likely. So, what do I know? But now I would bid. Now it's can pass round to me. I'm now going to balance with Tuna Trump to show both miners comfortably, knowing partner's got some suitable values. And partner's only got partner's got 3 or 4 hearts, mind you. You know that. I will. You have to balance. You're losing 6 points all the time. Otherwise, in my view. Any problems with the presentation, just drop a message on the live stream and Aoife will see it and we'll correct it. Okay, well, Mark's decided there, if you ends up, you'll go quietly, but he may regret it because they'll make 2 hearts, but they wouldn't make much more. So watch live with us on YouTube in this room, or you can actually go into the other room and there should be some live commentators. They're both very, very good commentators to watch. Are you on Rubridge or are you on the YouTube? You've got the YouTube going as well?
Yeah.
Oh, you can see that. Well, I've got it up, so.
Sue Parsons can check if you have your mic sound on.
So, okay, I have. Can you, if you make sure you got on YouTube so you can hear the sound.
I've turned out.
Hello? Checking the sound. Checking the volume. Is it okay now, Sue? I did have it on mute for a while. Okay, hopefully we got sound going. That's fine, you can turn it down now. Okay, so he's got to play the spade suit for one loser, which you should do. We feel South probably should have balanced with tuna trump. There shouldn't be a direct tuna trump. We totally agree with that. And it would have pushed them up probably to 3 hearts, which could well make. So sound is good. Okay, thanks, Huey.
There's no commentary at either table. And there's no cap.
No broadcast.
No broadcast at the moment.
I can't believe it. Okay, if there is no broadcast, just mention the other room, that link. If they want to join, they're more than welcome. Even the English supporters are welcome to join. We say something, nothing nasty, only polite comments. So 2 hearts up 1. We have a feeling it potentially is a gain to England here, but maybe North South could go overboard if they bid as well. So Ireland had 2 double imp swings last set, and England had 1. That's a fairly high standard half. The rest were just part score, little bits and pieces, and it netted a 13 imp gain to Ireland, 12.6 VPs to 7.4. And England have fielded a Norwegian crew next time. So, well, 1 or 2 of them are Norwegian. We just waited for boards because they're playing very quick in this room, and they might be slower in some of the other rooms. We need 4 tables to finish before they present the next board, but there is no long delay. There used to be 30-minute delay, which was a pain. Now there isn't. Not certain why there's no commentary from any room. Unusual, especially with the Ireland-England match. Must be a big football match on somewhere. Everything okay with the sound? Okay, so we now have board 19 coming up, and John Carroll and Mark Moran are playing 2/1 with transfers over a club, advanced Regent methods, and that's Regent Bridge Club. And Graham and Francis, I think, are playing sort of 2/1 style, but I'll look at their card as we progress, because they do play a lot of complex stuff. Play together for a long time, so they will know what they're doing. Yes, they're playing transfers over a club as well. So the Irish pair can compare their methods against a pair that have been playing together for an awful long time. But I suppose then so has John Carroll and Mark Moran been playing together for many, many years now. Club heart over call double, which showed, or does show, 4 or more spades, not just 4 spades, 4 or more. Spade would deny 4 spades. Good methods. I guess I haven't mentioned that before. Two clubs by West, which shows a good raise to 2 hearts, normally only a 3-card raise or a flat raise with 4-card support, 4-3-3-3. And North has the option here of doubling to show 3 spades, but my opinion is you shouldn't play that as compulsory, and with certain 11, 12 counts that are unsuitable, I would deny 3-card support, which is what John has chosen to do here. And East has signed off in 2 hearts. Vulnerable is minimum. West has got a little bit to spare, might have doubled again, didn't. And now North has decided that he'll risk 2 spades Seemed safer to have doubled in the first place, but he's risked 2 spades on what you could describe as a very flat hand. Knows his partner's probably got 2 hearts on this auction. So let's see if he's made the right choice. Was 2 hearts going off? We think it was making. You've got 2 spades, a heart is 3, a diamond's 4, and a club guess. So 2 hearts are certainly making. So he can afford to go 1 or 2 off. He'd like to make it. But it's about guessing the diamonds here, isn't it? Because he's got 3 club losers. He's got a spade loser. He's got a heart loser and a diamond loser. That's 6 losers before he breaks sweat. And his partner does turn up with a 9 count. So there will come a stage when the opponents will learn to double some of these contracts and risk the odd 2 spades making to get a regular 300 and 500 from these hands. But none of them had anywhere near a double this time. So what's he going to do? He hates it. Not the dummy he was hoping for. He was hoping for a bit suitable. He would have liked to have a Doubleton small heart, and the heart value somewhere else would have fitted him, would have fitted better. Honours in your short suit and honours in their suit are generally need to be undervalued. Or need to be downgraded is the phrase I'm looking for. So heart lead, what's he going to do? He'll rise with the ace. And he's probably going to play east for the ace-x of diamonds, because she's got the long hearts. So a spade to the ace and a diamond to the king is what I think he'll do. He won't draw trumps. There we go. He may play another diamond while he's in dummy. And he'll be delighted to see the ace popping up. And he's a lot more comfortable than he was now. If he does, assuming he plays a diamond. Let's see what else he'll do. Okay. Okay. He's gone all out for the space break-in. He would have been very comfortably placed if they had, but now they don't. He could cash the rest of the tricks, I would think. Yeah. Luckily, East has thrown a heart, otherwise it would be trivial to cash the rest of the tricks. Now it's quite difficult, if impossible. Okay, well, it's not if he plays the jack of clubs through, is it? It's fine. King of hearts, and then play the jack of clubs through. And it was strange he did play the spade rather than the diamond at trick 3. Now, I'm not certain he's playing in the other room, but I'd expected to see Nick Fitzgibbon and Adam Mesber in this set. I was expected to see Nick and Adam at this table, and Connor and Tom Hanley in the other table. But I suppose they had a Polish second half against the Welsh. Out of power.
Yeah, I think so.
It's plugged in, is it? There's two. Yeah, turned on. Okay, so we think that's just going to be probably an inbound to the last board. Might even be flat if they make 140. But it potentially could have been just 1 or 2 off or 3 off after such a good start. Won the trump, 6, 10, 14, 15. That looks normal. 5 card suits is norm these days for win the trump. Okay. I think we've probably got some extra spectators because there's a shortage of commentators on Rear Bridge, so I better watch my P's and Q's. Let's see what numbers we've got. Won the trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts is all normal. 3 hearts, which is 6 hearts and invitational. Seems to describe the hand. And you've got 3 card supports, kings and kings. Okay, Jack 10x isn't good, but I think you're probably going to bid 4 hearts and go 1 off. Who well to pass with, I suppose, wasted values in clubs, but vulnerable people just don't miss vulnerable. Don't want to miss vulnerable games. So I wouldn't be surprised if you pitch for. Well done, passing. That's the winning move. That's the winning move with a minimum hand. But Jack of Diamonds probably waste paper. A lot of waste paper there. So he's, and this is when the guys are doing quite well. The judgment has improved a lot in the last 10, 15 years of all the top Irish players to avoid the bad games. Oh, well, we've got an extra 10 people watching. Welcome to the people that didn't see the first half. You can always replay it back. All the action will be in this half, I can assure you. Might be. The days when you're allowed to take beer to the bridge table in these events are long since gone. So there's not much to the players that you guys are going to make 9 tricks or you're not. Depends on the breaks. So he's judged quite well. I wouldn't be surprised if people end up in 4 on this. And, well, he's made +2, but he would have got off in 4, I would think.
They're in 4.
But 4 could be let out, of course. 4 wasn't trivial to beat, necessarily. Keep you a brief of what's going on in the other room occasionally.
The club won the trump, 4 diamonds.
If you want to watch the other room, make sure you have 2 logins. You can watch then in the other room through a different window. And there's John Holland and Alan Moulder playing against Conor Boland and Tom Hanlon in the other room. And no commentators. So 2 diamond, we're in with a multi. 2 spades. Okay, let's see. Got to do something. You're not quite good enough to double. You're almost good enough. Quite, so 2 spades pass. I mean, east isn't good enough to double, that is. South. 4 spades, 5 card support, and okay, you'd like to have a singleton, but 5 card support is nearly always good enough. And you seem to done quite well, and 5 hearts is too expensive a save at this vulnerability, and 4 spades is just got the 3 losers, isn't it? A heart and 2 clubs. So I'm not expecting a lot of imps to be changing hands on this one. And I'm predicting this will be the slower of the 2 rooms, but may not be. Oops. So occasionally I lose the boards, just send a message to Aoife if I lose the boards and I'll redisplay them. Nothing in the play, so we can talk about the fact that both pairs are playing the same system, 2 over 1 with transfers over a club, and it gives me a chance just to tell you the slight advantage, immediate advantage it gives you. It means that you don't pass a club out when you're in 2-2 fits. You always respond to show a major, nearly always, and partner rebids won the trump with his 18-19. You're back in line with the precision club players that you're playing 1 the trump rather than 2 no trump. That's the immediate advantage. The other advantage is when you have a balanced support for your partner's major, you're rebidding 2 no trump rather than 4 of the major. So you've got a lot more room. So 4 2-2 club fits, and you get to have more opportunities to bid your major suit slams when you have 4-4 and 5-4 fits. Plenty of other advantages and disadvantages, as always. So look into the system sometime. 2 over 1 transfers over a club. Very popular in the UK and becoming more popular in Ireland. Popularised by the pair we're actually watching, Mark Moran and John Carroll. So it looks as if an imp has been sneaked back.
7 imps. Hearts,
Yeah, 4 hearts I did bid when John Carroll did well to pass. So 7 come back, which made up for the 3 imps they lost for bidding, going 3 off in 2 spades. Spade passed 1 no trump, which seems so normal. Now we might be introduced to Gizzelli. No, he's got 2 flat hands, he's got 14 count. Might well have upgraded the south hand to 1 no trump. And which 14 counts do you upgrade and which ones you don't? And it's close. That is pretty close. Aces are good cards. Jacks are poor cards. I must admit, I probably just about have upgraded it. But nothing wrong with not. So it's played by north instead of by south. That's what this sort of means. And 10 of clubs lead. Same lead as what north south are playing. They're playing, sometimes called journalists, sometimes they're called Roman leads, where you lead the lower of touching honours. There is some benefits. But I would recommend not doing it unless you play with the same partner all the time. So what will he do in 10? after 10 of clubs. He doesn't know it's from a 4-card suit. He probably will duck a club, try to keep communication going. He suspects it's 4-1 now. Okay, well, North has to find the switch. Remember, it's the south hand he can see, not the north hand. So he not to raise his switch to a diamond. Okay, East continues. Allows him to set up the diamond, and he's got a spade entry, he believes. Ace has no reason not to throw a spade here. Heart's too risky. Club is far too risky. So spade.
How old is John Holland?
John Holland has been playing top class bridge for many years. He used to play with Shell Brunner, who was really top class English women's player. I think John must be about between 69 and 72. Probably closer to 69, John Holland. 69 or 70. Alan Mould is about the same age. Both Manchester players, Alan Mould and John Holland. Personally, I'd say they're the strongest of the three English pairs, but they're all pretty good. Exciting match, so I hope you're all enjoying it, and we're giving you a little bit of advice into what they're thinking. There's been some pretty good thinking, to be honest with you. Slam bidding's been, in general, very good. Even Eamon Gallagher's probably had nothing to complain about, but it won't stop him. If we can't take the piss out of Eamon, who can we take the piss out of? Now, so let's be honest. So we've got 2 clubs and a spade.
He's born in 1950.
Oh, really? It's a lot older than I thought, then, isn't it? So hopefully Aoife's answering all your questions online, because I'll look at them later. So we think he's just got his 2 tricks here. Is that all he can get, isn't it? So 1 off, he'll settle for that. That'll be about normal. Okay. I would think this would be, as I say, the slightly the slower table. In fact, we can have a look, see what's going on in the other room. I will in a minute. Well, this is. They're aboard 21 in there. They've just finished 21 and made an over trick in 4 spades. Is that what we're in? What happened to us on 21? This is going off. Okay, so 4 spades just made. I want to make an over trick.
Is that the order now?
Oh. Okay. So we flicked on to board 22 and board or so ahead of them. South to open, 11 count, vulnerable. Normally you wouldn't open many 11 counts. This one a Bertie, but ace king is worth probably a 12 count. There's no queens, there's no jacks. They're the overvalued cards that you need to downgrade. And you do have a 5-4 shape. The heart suit's not great, so there's pluses and minuses. If I could rebid one the trump, I'd open a heart. I know with some people I can't. When the trump would mean something else. Heart or spade when the trump. And that's my plan, to open a heart, and I think my partner will. Let's see what he does first. A heart, a spade, 2 diamonds. Now, this is something I do know they play. They play a reverse of what some people do. That's a transfer, and it's the weaker way to get to 2 hearts. So a 2 heart spade direct would be stronger. I believe that's what they do. You won't see it all on the system card because you can't fit it all on the card. There's a reason they do it that way. Something to do with stopping the doubles. And he's a bit too harsh to show a good 3-card raise probably in spades, which he has. So certainly South is not going to go bidding again, and I think North won't be bidding again. Now I know some of you might prefer I popped over to watch the other table and watched Tom Hanlon and Connor Boland. I think we'll stay in this room. I'm a lot more comfortable with the bidding methods they use here. But I suggest some of you flick between the other match because in John Holland you have an excellent card player and a very, very good defender to watch. You obviously know the Irish players well enough, you don't need to watch them, but there's some good English people to watch this time. So 2 spades by West, decided to treat that as minimum. And it is sort of minimum because that's got all the cards I've told you earlier are bad cards. He's got all these queens, all these jacks, so 3 queens a jack. Yes, there's 13 points, but there's rubbish cards there. So they've kept the bidding low. They haven't got too excited and invited when East probably would have accepted. So that's good. Camrose bridge. Well done to them all. Spade lead. John's been leading a lot of trumps this weekend, and most of the time he's done it right. So, but there is no rough in value in dummy, so it's time for Mark to find a switch. Okay. I was hoping his partner's got the Queen of Hearts and the Ace of Diamonds rather than Ace of Hearts. I think a diamond's going to come back now, but instead of a heart. Let's see. Yep, Queen of Hearts was a quite a good play by Osborne. John Carroll just decided Mark had to have the symbol to Ace of Diamonds to have cashed it and then switched. Yeah. So they just dropped an over trick there, really. Not cashing their heart, and it went away on the Ace of Clubs. Pairs, I think they would have defended differently. You wouldn't have seen that over trick disappear. So the boards are going thick and fast. The score is ticking along nicely. I think I've picked up a few more VPs altogether. They're leading by nearly 3 VPs now. And we're on board 24 with West the dealer. Okay, he's got to open. He's got 7 card suit, equal none. It's nowhere near a 4 spades bid because you're 7-2-2-2. 7-4-1-1 is a 4 spades bid. 7-3-3-0 is a 4 spades bid. 7-3-2-1s are usually only a 3 spades. 7-2-2-2 is a 3 spades. Just simple rules you can bear in mind about when to open 3, when to open 4 that I found over the years work well. And he just has to bid 4 whenever he's got 4 card support. And it puts the pressure on North-South. They could well have game on in hearts, but they haven't. But South might well double. He's got the shape. He's got the 4 hearts to a double honour. He's got 8 cards in the minors. Okay, I'd like him to be 4-4, but they're 5-3. And if he doubles, North can remove to a making contract. And he probably thinks that 4 spades could be making as well. So I think North may remove. If he does remove, it's not clear where he removes to, probably 5 clubs. But South hasn't doubled yet, and he didn't. South bids a little bit less than North, in my view, in this particular partnership. So, with knowing if you play against them, and the same with East West, I think Francis bids a little bit less than Osborne. And if you're playing against Tom Hanlon and Connor, well, we can guess who bids more than the other one. I'm not even going to suggest. I think we all know. You need to know your opponents. That's important in any form of bridge. So club lead, ace of clubs. Okay, where else can you lead? At a high level, sometimes it's right to lead an unsported ace. And they've still got 2 diamonds, a heart to cash. So I don't see it ever really making unless something disastrous goes on. Look at the dummy, you probably switch to 10 of hearts now. Just the main need to get active in hearts. Holding the queen of clubs, he's not sure. 10 of hearts could be wrong. Case when partner's got queen empty to 3. Picks him up. Okay, so he's playing diamond. He feels that's safer. And it could be right. And just put another diamond in case that 10 of diamonds becomes a threat in some sort of pseudo squeeze situation. He might play the king of hearts, doesn't matter, as long as he plays a red suit. Even a club will work. Just giving himself a guess if North had 5 hearts. There he is. What to do when Declare plays the 2 hearts. West could have had 10x or a single. Remember, we can see all 4 hands here, so I'm trying to imagine that I'm defending without seeing my partner's hand. Not always easy. I'm very surprised we have no real British commentators for this match. Thought they'd be queuing up. They normally are. So, any doubt, run along suit. And by not playing a diamond, it means North has to hold on to his diamond. So he's going to let go of his hearts. And let's go another heart, then could be a bit of trouble. Because the 7 hearts becomes a threat against South. See, the cost of not playing that other diamond is surprisingly made a trivial defensive hand into a more difficult one. And he had to throw that club. John's had to make a decision. And now he's going to have to throw another club. Yep. He had not. But if he'd thrown his heart away instead of a club, then South would have been squeezed in hearts and clubs in some scenarios, but assuming threw a club next time. Okay, so we wasted a bit of time on that hand that should have been quicker, really. 14 count for South and 5 count for North. 2 spades. They play this, and it's come up a lot this weekend, so I'm tempted to switch to Lucas and multi, but although I'm not a fan of the downside of multi. They seem to have a lot of success with this. Sure, they have hands that we don't see where it doesn't work as well. So 3 clubs is parcel correct, not as good as 2 nut trump. And he's often 5-5 for this bid, but at this vulnerability, we're 5-4, which he is here. South would have liked to remove to 2 nut trump, but that was forcing, so couldn't. So this is maybe the downside. They're now in a 4-3 club fit when they could be playing something else. How was bidding on a diamond, a spade, 1 nut trump maybe? It is interesting what South should have opened if it had gone pass. Because if you remember from earlier today, a diamond, a spade, and no trump from South shows 5 diamonds and 4 clubs. I think that's what we might have done. Knowing the holes in the system is key to defending it. So a club is led. Trump. Osborne has been taking a leaf off John Carroll's book, and even Trump is not so successful this time when your partner's got King Jack to 4. Let's stop some spade refs. Might be better playing for a partner to have 7-9 doubleton Played small there. But it's not easy. So what's Declare got to do? He wants to ref some spades and wants to ref some hearts. He's playing for Queen of Hearts to be right. Okay, now he come back a club, so it's taking. He could only have roughed one spade because the Queen of Clubs he wants to cash. So but now he's in trouble getting back and forth.
We lost 4 imps and won 22.
So,
2 diamonds, 5 small.
win the trump, was it? Win the trump. He couldn't make win the trump.
Yeah, I'm not sure what one off.
And they were in
2 diamonds.
2 clubs to win, but 2 clubs was making. That's where they were in on Wednesdays, I think. So trump is okay because 2 clubs was making. So I was just looking at 22. My 4 imps went away. Like a lot of these are tiring boards because they're all to do with careful play in part scores, and your mind is trained just for the games and the slams at this stage. Have a long weekend. He roughed the club, the heart, and it's going to be over roughed. And that's probably it, isn't it? Let's just go one more club trick. It's gone 2 off. And there's a contract they might have been allowed to play him. No, they wouldn't. The methods wouldn't have let them stop him on the trump. And if I just go back to the beginning of this, just to say that if the bidding can go pass, and South opens a diamond, and there's a 1 spade bid, I think he's allowed to bid 2 diamonds actually on this, which shows 5 diamonds and 4 hearts, and not enough to reverse, which he probably would have. So they would have played in 2 diamonds, which is not a pretty picture either, is it? But it possibly just about makes. There's 4 diamonds. Touch and go 2 diamonds, but it's better than 3 clubs. So move on to the end. Just wasting a little bit of time here because they play the king of spades, isn't he? And just play the ace of diamonds. Okay, 2 off here. Right, 2 off or 1 off. Okay, I'll claim a 2 off. We'll let them argue about that. Right, the hands are suiting the likes of John Holland and Alan Mould, in my opinion. These hands, they like these sort of bitty hands. It's just they're good at them. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with their play at all. They're excellent, but they sort of specialize in knowing what to do in these. My experience of them as individuals. Players from the past here, David Coyne. Good to see you, David. So Well, we have 33 people watching on Rubridge. It's a shame there's no commentators there. So the delay is because of other tables, not because of this table. We need 4 tables to finish before we move on to the next board. And they've only just finished board 22 in the other room. 3 VPs separate Ireland from England. Thanks, Super Roofle. And while we're waiting for the Irish players, remember it's the men's and ladies pairs and the men's and ladies teams. Next weekend, get your entries in quick if you haven't, CBAI. And also it is the Irish individual, which is now a national title, which is being held on the Funbridge media. And have a look on the CBAI website, it describes it all. Well worth playing in. Those who are chasing your B points, green points for our English followers, then they're available. And all you have to do is join the CBAI if you're not already in it, I think. And be a player of good standing. So I suppose that rules out a lot of people. Okay, we're still waiting for 26. Any words of wisdom, Aoife?
No. 24, it's gone. 3 spades. 4 spades double. 4 trump. 5 diamonds. Yeah. My hearts.
24?
Yeah.
Why can I only see about 23 then?
What am I saying there? Lose, we're going to gain on this. Because 4 spades went on.
And then 5 diamonds, is it?
5 hearts.
So we had board 24 was quite interesting if it's we can bring it up. Well, we're waiting for that. Next board 24. In the other room it went 3 spades, pass 4 spades, and we think South doubled, is that right?
Yeah.
South doubled, which we did contemplate doubling. West passed. And what did North do?
Did 4 trump.
And North had 2 places to play, so bid 4 and a trump. Didn't fancy passing 4 spades double.
South bid 5 diamonds.
South bid 5 diamonds.
And bid 5 hearts.
And that went 1 off.
They're playing it now, it's going to go at least 2.
Okay, so they got too high. So the feeling is, should North have bid 4 and a trump or should North have passed? You'll find that a lot of people are passing more often than they used to because these takeout doubles are not as perfect shape as they used to be. So that was an interesting hand. So loads and loads of words of wisdom we're giving them away. But in general, the standard of bidding in Ireland has gone up considerably in the last 10, 15 years. So I think the BBO and the Real Bridge and the other mediums that we can watch has certainly helped.
We got 4 imps back.
So 4 imps more back, which will increase our lead a little bit. Sorry, increase the Irish lead. Got to be neutral. Try and get that. 74.51 plays 72.12. It's the same Irish team next weekend. But remember, it's a slightly stronger English team, arguably, and a stronger Welsh team. Well, not much stronger, slightly stronger Welsh team. Although the pair that subs you this weekend for Wales have played ever so well. those of you who don't know, Mark Roderick, the guy in the wheelchair that's played a large number of boards and I think is top of the Welsh Butler. Lovely guy. If you ever get to meet him, make a beeline for him. Mark Roderick, guy in the wheelchair. So, where do we go from here? East will not be passing. Fortunately, I can't have a co-commentator on the YouTube media at the moment. So I'm trying to set that up for next time because it's nice to have someone to bounce your ideas off rather than me wittering away all the time. 13 count. We're going to open a diamond, aren't we? And we're going to think about doubling, but in reality, a bit of spade with the south hand. You know, people that would double, but I don't. Spade suit is so much better than your hearts. Queen to 5 spades, and ace queen to 4 hearts, and then maybe I'd double, but not with this one. And then I reckon over the spade, West is going to be 2 diamonds. If that shows hearts, it may not. Over a club it would. So it may not. It might just be 2 hearts when unforced. No, they play something weird. Not going to say on the card, I'm sure. But 2 clubs would. See, this is the problem with convention cards. They don't cover the whole lot. And when you put your convention card in, they get thrown back at you for not containing bids. I'm sure this bid is not that well explained on the card. I'm going to have a look. Artificial rebids after a diamond, we've got that. No, it doesn't even, from where I can see, it doesn't even cover it on the convention card. And it's nothing against anyone here, but that if that bid is a common bid, it needs to be on the convention card ahead of some of the non-important stuff that people put on the cards. And 2 hearts has meant something. So it's possible that 2 clubs shows hearts and it's 2 levels removed. And 2 spades means something. So it's difficult for a commentator to try and explain what this means, but 2 clubs we presume showed a red suit, which may have been hearts, maybe diamonds. 2 hearts was multi-like, saying that if it's diamonds, I'm happy. But I don't think it's that. I just think 2 clubs shows hearts. 2 spades was obviously just forcing because it's opponent's suit. 2 in the trump, I've got a spade stop. 3 diamonds, I've got hearts and diamonds. And forcing. Now, although he's supposed to have a big advantage because they have a complex system here, because they play a complex system and they only play together mainly, they struggle with what for us are normal auctions because they're not used to having them and they don't always take advantage of defense. So there's a downside to these complex systems, although obviously they do get a big advantage when the hands suit, which they do here. Is this going to get them to 6 diamonds? Do they want to be in 6 diamonds? I don't think they do, really. They could be in 6 diamonds, and it's sort of on a club finesse. Maybe a bit worse. The east hand is pretty shoddy. And south is overcalled a spade. West, knowing his partner's got some spade values, and South has got enough to overcall one spade. Should be a bit careful. But if those spade values are the ace to three spades, king to three, then six is an excellent contract. Six diamonds, that is. And maybe six diamonds still is quite good. You can visualize setting up the hearts, can't you? And South has a pretty awful lead to find. It'll take a while to bid, and they could well end up at six diamonds, looking at the power of the West Ham, knowing that they're just missing one ace, if they find that out. Now we need to know is four diamonds kickback, and if you bid it straight away, it probably would have been. It's unusual. East would take control.
They're bidding it at the other table. One diamond, one spade, and West with two hearts.
Yep. They're on board 26, are they?
Yeah.
They're on board 26 in the table. This has taken a long time to bid this one. And a diamond, a spade, two hearts, natural, one round force. So they're two no trump, three diamonds, I would suspect.
Two no trump. That's waiting for the next bid.
Yeah. East is not confident. West wouldn't be confident of bidding the three diamond on the Boleyn Hanlon option. So they're only defending five diamonds. So he found an aggressive lead. Very aggressive. A heart lead is the other lead he might have found. He's not leading a spade. And East will be wishing choosing six. Without the club lead, remember you've got a club loser, but say they lead a heart, which is the other lead that might have found, you would have won with a king. Rough to heart. Diamond to the king found the bad news. The diamonds are 4-0. And probably now gone off in six diamonds because they're 4-0. But if the diamonds are 3-2, you could set the hearts up trivially. But you can't throw everything away.
Connor has bid three spades. Reversed.
Yeah. Give away confidence, three diamonds as well. So. You've got to avoid six diamonds in this, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Irish pair with not the same bidding with resources that Indeed and Osborne have got get to six diamonds. Sad but understandable. Because they're going to make surely five diamonds after that lead. But you play a spade now, won't you? If you do trumps, you've potentially got five diamonds. Two clubs is 7, two hearts is 9. So you need two more tricks. And you can rough a club is 10. So you're going to have to be roughing spades with dummies. So you don't want to be drawing trumps in case they're 3-1 or even 4-0 as they are here. So it looks like it's a spade now, doesn't it? I see no reason not to play a spade.
They're playing it with four hearts. With three spades, about three no trump, and then Connor did four hearts. That's Christmas.
So yeah, that's safe. I think. Four hearts in the other room. We're not a fan of the ace of hearts, but I think the spade is. So much is about timing in these hands. So much is about timing. Yeah. Okay, well I think she's going to be okay whatever she does, in fairness. Let's see. She's worried the trumps might be bad, but she didn't think they'd be this bad. And yet we still haven't seen a spade hit the table yet. And the king heart isn't going to stand up. So 4 tricks, and if the king of hearts isn't going to stand up, the ace of clubs is, so that's 5 tricks. You need 6 trump tricks, which is a lot. You needed to cast the king before roughing it. But I think she's probably still okay, but it's a bit dodgy now because she needs 11 tricks. She can set the hearts up, can't she? So she can't quite get these 6 trump tricks without playing a spade. And she's played a diamond herself at some stage, so the key was to play that spade. That's a lot. She can afford a diamond and a spade loser, so I think life is probably okay. Diamond to the queen, rougher heart, rougher club. That will probably work. I don't think she'll find that, but a diamond to the queen, we can see a double dummy, diamond to the queen, rougher heart, rougher club, and then play hard winners. And always has to rough with a diamond. There's no spade to cash. The king of spades would also work because South can't play another trump. And then she's able to ref spades with those little diamonds in dummy. So it's not up to me to comment on what's difficult to hand to play. But I think she's still okay because the heart is set up, isn't it? You can on this line. What is it? Because when the over roughs plays a diamond, isn't she stuck in her own hand? So if she'd rough that diamond with that club with a queen of diamonds, I think she might have been okay. But maybe that may not be too late. Needed to play a spade early. Oh. Okay, well, still off here. Okay, well, that's one for the NPC camp for later. We feel our chances. And because there are 4 hearts in the other room, which looks like it's laid down, that should be a nice little pickup for Ireland when the score comes in. So I've been impressed with the way the system is held up for North South and East West. I've done well in the bidding in this room. Maybe not so well in some of the carding. Hard past 2 diamonds. Hard past 2 diamonds, game force. Now, a lot depends what people play. 3 clubs, it should still be reverse invariant. It might be a good 14 count for 3 clubs. And 2 hearts would be a catch-all bid. A hand that's not suitable for 3 clubs.
12 X.
Okay, so as predicted, 4 hearts did make trivially. Wasn't as difficult as 5 diamonds. So Ireland gained 12 ends, which takes the lead comfortably now. to 5.5 VPs. Who's the English captain?
Goodman.
So 3 close was extra values. North likes it, really likes it. And he's probably going to have to make a unilateral decision at some stage what to do. And we can see the 7 clubs is an excellent spot. 7N is probably making, but not such a good spot. And North has to do more now. In the simple methods that I played, 4 clubs would be kickback because it's a direct raise of a minor to the 4 level without any intervening bids of any sort, which is good and bad. You've got to avoid, so you don't necessarily want to kick back. But I don't think it was. I think it was just set in the club suit here. And 4 down was a cubit, which wouldn't be a singleton. Your south shouldn't be bidding a singleton in dummy suit. So that's the news which John wanted to hear. So now we'd like to bid Grand Slam force. That's a dangerous bid. It's 5 hearts, isn't it? 5 opens a heart. Ooh. He means it as a void, clearly. But is he not better than that? Once his partner shows the ace of diamonds, he just needs the ace of clubs, doesn't he? I think that's put a lot of pressure on South, unless they've got a full understanding. His options were to punt 7 clubs, of course. Maybe he should. Would South really be bidding 4 small clubs when he could have bid 2 hearts nebulous? Feeling over 4 diamonds. And now he's got to decide on the 7. And with the slowest 6 clubs, there might be the referee called. Yeah. No, it wasn't slowest because he was thinking about 7. It was slowest because he's trying to work out what 5 hearts was. So I don't think there's any comeback if the referee, even if the referee is called. So they bid it, which is good. And they didn't punt it. He had the confidence to bid 5 hearts. It was a jump to 5 hearts as well. It wasn't a 4 hearts bid. So that's exclusion, I presume. Is it 5 hearts? Exclusion, right? Over that. What do you do with exclusion? I just play 0, 1, 2. So 5 spades is 0, 5N is 1, and 6 clubs is 2, and I got 3. So my partner excludes, and I've got those 2 aces. I'm bidding 7. I know the ace king of hearts is waste paper, but it's not the king queen of hearts waste paper. They're 2 tricks.
Oh, he said, how did he know to bid clubs? Bid 6 clubs.
Because 5 hearts was exclusion. 5 hearts was exclusion.
He's asking him.
Who is asking?
That guy.
Oh, yeah.
He bid 7 and the other one as well.
5 hearts exclusion. Key card. In clubs. Three clubs. Oh no, X. Clubs. Better. Plus. Yeah, once Easter's bid 3 clubs and then shown the ace of diamonds, North could have bid 7 clubs, but we think 5 hearts was, even though there was no alert because it's above 3M, was exclusion, and possibly South gave him the wrong answer, but maybe they're playing 1430 responses, so 104, 0 Doesn't live up very often. Exclusion key card backward and his jump to the 5 level of a suit. Funny enough, it's quite often the suit partner's open, but not always. So, but they bid it well within their system, and some people would have had to punt it without less system, and they bid it effectively and well, as they bid a lot of their slams. Normally it's Nick and Adam sit in for the English match. Mark and John sit out, but they've had the confidence to play throughout in this match. And I can see they have played well. And they will likely be top of the battle at the end of this, if they're not already. I'll have a quick look. There's rogue scores in the battle, which mean that John Holland and Alamo seem to be winning, but I don't think they are. And John Carroll were third, but I suspect this.
No, it says John Holland's first.
Yeah, but it's because of the rogue thing when he played some balls. There we are. Okay, well, it's not always the case that the 3 best players in the event are lying first, second, third in the battle, but I'm feeling that the 3 best performing pairs are in that position, from what I've seen. I didn't see a lot of yesterday. The diamond by North has 1 heart. And now we're going to see if their tool comes into play and they've been won the trump to show 5 diamonds, 4 clubs in any range, but forcing. Okay, they don't. They bid 3 clubs, which I thought was 5-5. Okay. Back to the drawing board, I thought I knew their methods. So you bid 3 clubs, game forcing with normally 5-5, but we chose to do 5-4.
Same bidding so far.
John Holland and Unmo will be playing less system, so they would have to bid it that way. So 3 spades, 4 suit, forcing, only because he wants to bid on. It's too good for 3 and no trump. And he's going to bid 3M with a bit to spare. And South will probably bid 4M at least, but maybe just 4M. And that'll be enough for North to bid 6. And is that too low? Probably not. I know you can make 7 because diamonds break, but 6M looks like a pretty good spot to me. 3 spades, 3 hearts is 6, 3 diamonds is 9, 2 clubs is 11, and you just need the diamonds breaking. And if they don't break, you've still got the heart jack to fall back on. All the spades 3-3, so it's an excellent 6. Well done, 4 no trump is what the hand's worth, and 6 no trump is what the hand's worth from North. QED, well bid. Quantum on dictum, whatever it's called. Well, we've seen some very good bridge. It's been worth having it on YouTube. And for those of you entering the men's pairs and men's teams next weekend in Ireland, you know what you're up against. Good luck. But they didn't win it last year. Random team must have won it last year. So good stuff, and the play is going to be fairly immaterial. West will think what North going to lead. He knows he's not leading the heart. He knows he's not leading the diamond. And he knows he's not leading the club. So it's which spade does he lead? I reckon he'll lead the 5. Oh, it's East on the same thing, so she'll lead a 6 of spades. Okay. So it won't take him long to play. Just look at his extra chances. Want to be careful with his entries. Jack of spades maybe coming down as well. He's got to allow for all these extra chances. So, but the spade lead means he's got 4 spade tricks now. 3 hearts is 7. 3 diamonds is 10. When the diamonds come down, he's got 13. So. Time is probably okay, isn't it? I think. Should have a clock on the screen with Wheelbridge. It'd be nice. There are a tip for Wheelbridge. There should be a clock on the screen. How do you spell Shireen?
S-H-I or W.
S-H-I?
S-H-I or W.
To know that I'm still watching. So how many people streaming? How many people have we got watching? Let's go. Are we still there? So, come. I think it's this. 27. 94 minutes we've been going. 94. Okay, we're back to 29 and pass. 6, 10. Usual, open bid. Interesting if there'd been 2 clubs or 2 diamonds or then West Hand or something else. 2 clubs often show 6 diamonds for. Okay. chose to reverse into a 3-card suit, which is safe from part of the spade. He's chosen to reverse into a 3-card suit. So. Okay, I don't quite like that. But unfortunately, because he didn't have, or she didn't have a spade response, she's decided she's going to bail out in 2 hearts. So they're playing a 4-3 heart fit rather than a 5-3 spade fit.
4 spades, the other 2.
That didn't make it.
There it starts later. It says it will go 1 or 2.
And if East had responded, they would have been a lot higher than 2 hearts. So it could be a slight game for England
It's
here.
at the open to club.
Right. My preferred auction would have been a diamond, a spade, 2 clubs by West, showing 6 diamonds. And with East plays 2 diamonds. Then I'd bid 2 spades, which says I've got a pretty good hand with 6 diamonds and 3 spades. Maybe that's a bit double dummy. The other room, they somehow got to 4 spades, which looks like it's a bit dodgy to me. You won't be able to set the diamonds up. Okay, so let's look at 2 hearts in this room. That's what we're in. So he might sneak home with this because he can rough a lot with the trumps. Winners. So he's got 2 spade winners, a club winner. It's 3. If he can make 5 heart tricks, this is what he needs to make, isn't it? Because he's not going to make 3 spades. But he could, from the spade lead is quite friendly for him. He could just duck a heart. And if they play another spade, he plays ace another heart, and he's got loads of tricks. I think he's going to be winning this and playing a diamond. Does some huffing and puffing. He suspects the spades are 4-1.
It's going to make 6 spades. That's
Good.
good.
What do they lead?
Diamond
From which hand?
from south. King of diamonds.
In the other room, we think they led the king of diamonds
And
against
no diamond.
king of diamonds against 4 spades and continue diamonds. And now it looks to me like he can't beat it.
As long as he roughs with the queen of spades. It'll be nice diamonds.
It might still be okay.
It's really hard.
Oh, that's maybe he's going to ruffle this. He's going to ruffle it. No, he might be okay. He might be okay. So heart's okay. So heart's okay. Yeah, he can afford it. But he's got a club loser there. He's going to be ruffling queen of spades. Really. 4 spades might be going one off in the other room. It's a bit.
No, he made it.
Okay. He was able to discard 3 cards on the diamonds. Okay, well, 4 spades making is an excellent result from the other room. Well played. Who played it? East. Who was East?
West.
West played it. Yeah.
Okay.
Difficult to imagine how he would have.
No, Kendra.
It's difficult to imagine how West would have played it. South was on lead as well. Okay, so it looks as if Tom Hanlon or Connor, we're not certain which one, made 4 spades east-west in the other room, which doesn't look like he's got a prayer. And that's not bad news to Ireland, because they'd already gained a few imps from something else. The 4 hearts they gained him from, as we know. The Norwegian people not very happy. Lots of people coming with the Camrose. There's work to be done. However, Ireland were leading this time last year at the end of the first weekend and didn't succeed in winning, so it's not time to count our chickens.
That's all good.
Okay, as predicted, he played a diamond in trick 2. Whoops, sorry. Let's please I'll have a bit more of you. So he might well play another diamond now. He's only trying to make 2 hearts, remember, and he's expecting to lose 2 hearts, a diamond, probably a spade rough. But he's hoping to make the tricks himself of ace of clubs, the 2 spades he's made, it's 3, and 5 heart tricks by roughing with his ace jack. I'm not saying he is going to make 5 heart tricks. Touch and go. It's not a hand you'd be used to playing in 4-3 fits when you've got a 5-3 major fit in another suit at quite a lot of points. These hands can be frustrating to play when you know there's a better contract. But the better contract was not 4 spades. Okay. Defense is helping a bit now. They're not certain what's going on because they didn't realise he's in a 4-3 fit. In the other room, they opened the bidding with the south hand, which I must admit I probably would have 13 hand club, and that's why they went to 4 spades.
It said it shouldn't have made.
No, there's no play. And again, I'll leave that to the likes of Michael Byrne to look at it.
Are you not on now, are you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just wondering, are you still on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd leave that to Michael Byrne to decide why the King of Diamonds was led, and I'm sure there was a good reason. So on that lead, it was very difficult to beat in 4 spades. I think England have been a bit unlucky with this set, that a lot of the 50-50 decisions they've been guesses, they've guessed wrong. However, as you know, the more you practice, the luckier you get. So club by East. Okay. 5-4-2-2, that's fine. Protected by the system a little bit. Diamond shows hearts. I think you'll find she's going to be 2 hearts now. It shows 4 card support and 11 to 14. And she goes. Pass. And East will say thank you very much. I've got no further interest. And North is considering reopening with the double, but decided against it. which is a good job because the south would have had a horrible bid. Probably not west passing, big 2 spades. That heap of rubbish. The club has been led, and they're in 2 hearts, and he sort of wants to rough diamonds in the ace-x hand, but only rough spade. Spade is best. That's clear. He'll win the club, and he's going to play either a diamond or a spade. He's not playing a heart. She's not playing a heart. So we'll take our club, and we'll play the 9 of spades. Because the way the clubs lie, they're going to struggle to stop them roughing anything with the hearts and east hand. Not clear if he should play ace and another diamond or the 9 of spades. Probably ace and another diamond might be slightly better. But I did say 9 of spades earlier. I don't mind that at all. South probably knows to play the king of hearts. Wouldn't be so obvious to north. Don't see this necessary going off now because they're going to make a club and a diamond. 2 clubs and a diamond is 3 tricks, and they're hoping to make 5 trump tricks. Okay, well, in case it wasn't obvious to south what he wants to play a heart, north is overtaken and get a heart himself. Playing the same system for north-south, it's easier to defend because they sort of know what east has got without having to ask questions. Too many questions. But now, she's better off playing the queen of spades. Okay, so while the north switching the heart, it was essential, and now south can play king. Now he's sacrificing a heart trick, but gaining so much more in exchange. Like a game of chess. Sacrifice a knight to gain a rook. And another heart. Careful, the clubs could be being set up for east-west. Diamond to the ace. Ace of clubs, rough club. Diamond on the spade. Let's still sneak home. On the forward a diamond, he has to throw a club or a spade, probably throw a club, which makes it quite easy for east when the 9 of hearts holds. Play a diamond to the ace, ace of clubs, or rough a club. Queen of diamonds. Rough a diamond. Tricks that is, that's. She's made 3 tricks and she's going to make 2 hearts, 2 diamonds, and a club. That's 8 tricks. Doesn't know it yet. Possibly the heart doesn't make it. The time is slightly different because now she can't go off dummy. Oh, she can go off dummy by rough and spade, sorry. Oh, she could have gone off dummy by rough and spade. Chose the wrong line again. Dear me.
Be lucky.
That was it. Tricks. Well, tiredness could be creeping in. The person who was playing John Holland and Adam Mould throughout in this match. I was a bit surprised of the choice of lineup. Michael Byrne is a pretty experienced captain. What do I know? All rightio. So 31 and 32. Any questions going on the live stream? Great commentary, Peter. Thanks. Superpower. Michael Gowie. 27. What's 27 about, Mike?
Minutes.
Oh, that's minutes. So I know Michael Gowie was getting his kit ready for the next match in case he was called up, but I have a feeling they're going to stick with the same three pairs. Call me old-fashioned. So a club was opened by South, and we're seeing the system in operation a lot in this match. It's great to see it. Spade by North, which says that he has no 4-card major unless he has main board values with a 4-card major and a 5-card minor. So when the trump was shown a weak no trump, and could have transferred to diamonds or passed. He chose to pass. Wish he had transferred to diamonds now. So they're vulnerable, and they're playing in contra, which isn't great when the diamonds ace to 3. Yeah, may as well take that ace. We know what's going on. And with a heart wrong, he's going to make 2 diamonds. A club is 3, a heart's 4, a spade's 5, and well, he could have made 6 if he played a diamond to the queen first. And I tell you why, because a diamond to the queen and a diamond to the jack, West has to hold up, and then he was able to play the jack of spades, playing West for honor X. Double dummy, I could see all 4 hands, maybe. Yes. But that was the line to make an extra trick, was to play diamond to the queen over on the jack of diamonds. Well, the last board coming up. Thank you all for watching. It's been a bit of an exhausting set, but we have seen some excellent bridge, particularly from the Irish and in the earlier matches from the English too, but maybe not so much in this match. And there's a lot going to be happening down in the Celtic Manor Resort next March. So book your holiday, get your flights. They're cheap to get to Newport. Or you can watch it on YouTube with Ethan McHale and myself. Thanks, Marie. It's good to see everyone enjoyed it. Didn't talk too much rubbish. And obviously, Roisin and Mairead play a very similar system to Mark and John, so that can only be good for them. We just need to move on about the rebid of one of a major rather than when they're trump, when they've got a double tip. Look into it.
Harry said no, it was 27 convincing.
27 kids. Well, that's not bad. It's not bad because we didn't advertise it and it didn't work very well the first day when I was out on the site. I just struggled with the equipment. And the size of the screen from a laptop, it doesn't work. I need a big screen. So I don't know what I'm going to do in Newport. because this is recorded, we can see all Eamon's comments. I'm sure there's something good there. So a heart, again, no problem with that. Spade, no problem with that. And then south, it's not going to make two clubs, even though it's vulnerable. Non-vulnerable. They just don't bid 5 club line as a minimum value. So it's a genuine suggestion for potential saves. But maybe he does. I think he knows they probably win this match comfortably. Or he suspects they win it comfortably. Win the trump, which is just 12-14. Can't say I blame him. Win the trump. You respond 2 hearts, that's minimum with 3 hearts. And he's had enough. John, even though he's non-vulnerable, it's not pairs, he's not going to get involved any way. So he's just contemplating his lead, I suspect. Assuming Westy passing. Not a fan of 4th highest here, and probably the 10 of clubs, but the ace of the diamond certainly doesn't work out well. So 10 of clubs is okay. I don't think he'll be leading a small heart this time, but you never know. So he did lead a diamond. Usual for John. He's regretting it now. Okay. Declare will create an extra entry. He's not had much to do card play wise, Graham Osborne, but what he has done, he's done pretty well. So the scores just before this one is chalked up as probably an average. 16.68 to 3.32 is a tremendous win for Ireland. It's the old enemy, and nearly 10 VPs clear is a massive lead at this stage. So to try and rough his clubs. He knows he's going to suffer a diamond rough, but he can't do much about that. Opponents are going to make 2 hard tricks, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting one. +1. Maybe an infinite. Have they finished playing the other room?
Awesome.
That's facing. Okay, that's it. Thanks all. So the video will be there for a month or so. Feel free to share it. And great to see some of you watching. Okay, catch a lot of you up Wednesday for the Morgan Pairs. Bye everyone.